We're live right here. Raw review. It's June 24th, 2019. June 24th, 2019. Live on Periscope. I'm live on YouTube. This is Jay Leto. This is the Jay Leto Wrestling Show, which continues to evolve, which continues to change, which comes and goes by the day, depending on how I'm feeling. Depending on how I'm feeling, brother. What's up? What's up? Ed's like, yo, Katie. Ed goes in the Periscope chat. Ed says, yo, Katie, what's up? Yo, Katie, what's up? Is what Ed says. What's going on, Periscope? What's going on, YouTube? Raw tonight was a fun show. I'm going to outright say that between Stomping Grounds last night and Raw tonight, I'm a happy WWE fan right now, okay? For a couple of reasons. And those reasons don't lie in the main event, okay? They don't lie in the Seth Rollins, Baron Corbin feud. They don't really lie in the Roman Reigns, Shane McMahon feud. The reasons I'm happy are because we're seeing the push, the elevation of some talent that should be pushed up the card. We're seeing the elevation of somebody like Ricochet, although tonight didn't really go in his favor, but last night did. So I'm here tonight, Monday Night Raw. Hope you guys are well. If you have any questions, comments, please leave them in the chat on Periscope or right here on the YouTube machine. Once again, pwpnation.com is the website. Check it out. Enable all notifications on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Share the video. Give me a chance to earn your business. Montez Thomas Sr., what's good, brother? You know, I'm chilling like a villain. Just relax a little bit, man. Had a tough time getting through Raw in the beginning because I literally fell asleep as soon as Baron Corbin touched the microphone. Ha! What else is new? As soon as Baron Corbin touches that microphone, I'm out. Like a light. What? Like a light. What? Like a light. What? Yeah. So I fell asleep. And coincidentally enough, I'm going to kill this light. Speaking of light, I'm going to kill that. Shadows bother me. And speaking of that, though, I literally woke up. The moment The Undertaker stepped in the ring is when I woke up. Now, I don't know if that was fate or if that was just divine intervention, brother. But that's the moment I woke up and started watching Raw again. So I fast forwarded and I watched the rest of the show from the beginning and kind of truck through a little quickly. Like at this stage of the game, I don't have to watch every little moment of every little segment to get it, to get it. I know some of you guys do, and that's totally cool. But I can understand it just by watching it and fast forward or whatever. So I fast forwarded some of it, but that's not to discount how dope I thought the show was overall, man. And let's talk a little bit about, first things first, the changes in production, the changes in the way the show was laid out. Now, obviously, they're trying to get through these falls as quickly as possible, and they're moving through segments. And that's something that I like about WWE, when they can do that in an effective manner. This was different tonight. The show was quick. The show moved pretty fast. You didn't have these long, drawn-out matches with a bunch of near falls, a bunch of false finishes. You save that for the main event. You save that for AJ Styles and Ricochet. Now, don't get me wrong. I thought for sure there was going to be some kind of screwy finish. My mind was telling me, okay, AJ Styles is definitely turning heel. Some way, shape, or form, this guy is turning heel. But at the end of the day, I think they're setting it up, for a title match at Extreme Rules. I am not a big fan of the champion losing a non-title match, especially right after he wins the title. Ed says, do you think it should bring back commercial free? No, they'll never do that because there's too much money in commercials, bro. That's the only reason there's cable television is because of commercials. So if you go completely commercial free, then you're just defying the odds, or not defying the odds. That's the wrong way to put it. But you're basically just saying, okay, we are not going to take your money, right? You're saying we're not going to. We don't want your money. We don't want your ad dollars. USA Network's never going to do Raw commercial free. Now, can they do that every once in a while? Sure. They can do that on occasion. There's not a problem with doing that every once in a while. But to do that every single week, now you can't do it. But to make the show move a little bit faster, you can save these big matches for the pay-per-view. You can save the matches where there's multiple near falls, false finishes, edge of your seat type action. You can do it every once in a while on TV, especially in the main event. But when you do it in every match, and you have 2 segments for every match, when you have a match between, let's say, just throwing names out there, not trying to be a dick, just throwing names. Let's say it's Natty versus Nikki Cross, and it goes 2 segments long. Like, why Does it need to go 2 segments long? It doesn't. So I like the fact that they kind of tightened up this show a little bit tonight. It was an easy watch. It wasn't as difficult as it's been in the past. Now, again, I fast forwarded through some of it, which is what it is, but I can still break it down. I still understand what they're trying to do. And it was different. It was a lot different tonight. So, kind of just to go through a little bit of this show, predictability is what I'm calling the Seth Rollins Baron Corbin storyline right now. Heading into Extreme Rules, we now have a winner take all match, tag team style. Are they going to add any kind of gimmick to it, or is that the Extreme Rule? The fact that it's winner take all. I guess that's good enough for Extreme Rules. You know, it's something that we don't see all the time. Montez Thomas Sr. in the YouTube chat says, when Lacey loses a third straight time back to NXT, she goes, highly unlikely, man. They love Lacey Evans. It's obvious. They're putting her in a prime time spot. I think she should fall down the card a little bit. I was talking about that last night on Twitter, at Jay Aletto, by the way, on Twitter. She needs to move down the card. She needs to be, needs to work on her timing. She needs to work on some things in the ring that she does. And of course, there's a way to build up a wrestling character. And WWE, every once in a while, they just hotshot these wrestlers. They just shoot them right to the moon. And, you know, with somebody, Brock Lesnar, they did that. You know, Kurt Angle, they did that. But what's up, Hansy? But with Lacey Evans, they see her as a future star for years to come. And that's fine. I think she's got it. But not yet. You gotta be a little bit patient here. And they shot her to the moon, and I don't think it's doing her any real favors. So, but look, Raw tonight, man. Overall, I enjoyed it. Let's go through the card a little bit. You know, we had this whole the whole making of the match with Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans versus Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Now, I do like the fact that they're acknowledging the real life relationships with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins. Their real life relations are being acknowledged on WWE TV, as we saw last night heavily. Big time, we saw that at Stomping Grounds. And I'm a fan of when these companies, especially WWE, because they don't do it often, incorporate the real life into the show. You know what I mean? That's one thing I like about it. It's real life action. It's mirroring what really happens. And I did theorize that possibly this could be a whole big scheme Vince McMahon is perpetrating behind the scenes to make some kind of reality show featuring Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, but that's highly, highly, highly unlikely. 8-man tag team elimination match was the first match of the night, and you had Bryan and Rowan, the tag team champions, who I think, honestly, are one of the best tag teams on the entire planet right now. They really are. Like, they call him the planet's champion and all that stuff, but Daniel Bryan, you put him in any situation where he's wrestling, he doesn't even have to be a champion. Any match he's in, he's just one of the best in the world. Technically, charisma, his character, he can just go, man. And what he's doing for the tag team division right now is gigantic. So we had Bryan and Rowan and the Revival versus New Day and the Usos. I thought it was very interesting how the Revival kind of turned on Bryan and Rowan. They had, clashing. They were clashing from the beginning. So I thought that was interesting. Probably going to lead to a match. That's going to be fantastic, by the way. But again, this is a prime example of the new way that WWE is doing things right now. This match moved really, really quickly. They got through Bryan being eliminated, Rowan. They got through the New Day being eliminated. They took it down to the Revival versus the Usos, which seems to be like the main attraction on Monday Night Raw for a tag team feud. You know what I mean? Revival as the champions, Usos chasing the titles. And then they cut to commercial at that point. And Michael Cole made it a point to say, look, we're going to commercial break. When we come back, there will be a traditional tag team match between the Usos and the Revival. Okay, elimination style is awesome. WWE got away from elimination style years ago. They didn't do it that much. And if they start bringing it back, this could be a great way to have a break in the action. So I like this. So the Usos ultimately go over. The champions losing again, and this was a theme tonight, the champions losing again here. The 24/7 title, guys, fantastic. Not a fan of Bryan, but the guy is very good. Montez Thomas Sr., not a fan of Bryan. How dare you, sir? How dare you, Montez? I'm just a Daniel Bryan fan. I'm a huge Daniel Bryan mark. What do you want from me? I love Daniel Bryan. Everything he does is gold to me. I think Daniel Bryan is fucking phenomenal, man. And thank goodness he's back wrestling, because he should have never been away, bro. Take some time off for your concussion problem, but he was gone for a long freaking time, man. He lost some prime time years of his career, and WWE lost some big moments with Bryan because he was out. So Miz TV, look, R-Truth is gold right now. His comedic timing is fantastic. He's entertaining. 24/7 championship is doing what it's supposed to do, what it was meant to do. So R-Truth, he called it like the 48/7 European TV championship or something, which was fucking phenomenal, bro. Fucking hilarious. Man, what he's doing right now is his best work in his career. In his career. I loved the little Jimmy shit, the stuff before that when he was kind of a serious heel. I loved all that stuff. But this is the best thing he's ever done. R-Truth is truly coming into his own. The best run of his career is happening as we speak, guys. As we speak. Let's go to Periscope. What's going on, everybody in Periscope Broadcast? Thanks for joining. The Angle Radio in the house. You're still there. Thank you. Six Stringer 55. What up? What's up, kindly? Crew 3L. I know you, bro, but your handle is hard to say, dude. What the hell? Curious if DB will shit on the Portland crowd tomorrow. I so hope he does. He might. We'll see. Tonight he was playing the babyface, but that's because they were in the area. Ed says no Bray Wyatt segment. Well, speaking of that, something you may not have noticed when The Miz was walking backstage towards the ring, who was in the background? May you ask? Who was in the background? What is her name, bro? One of Bray Wyatt's puppets was in the background. What is the puppet's name? I got the picture right here, guys. I'm gonna flip it and show you. Did anybody catch this? Did anybody catch this, or am I the only one, guys? Abigail, that's right, Abigail. Duh, Abigail. Check it out, bro. Did anybody notice that? Yo, you guys are like, there's no Firefly House of Fun tonight. And I'm sorry, YouTube, you can't really see the picture I'm showing up, but yeah, you can see me now. Sorry, I flip screens. All right, my bad. No, there wasn't Rambling Rabbit behind Kofi. It was the other one, bro. It was the other one. Which one was it? It was that one. That's not the rabbit. That's the buzzard, dude. See? Unless the rabbit was in another spot, but I saw the buzzard. I caught that. You know, just good stuff, man. Yeah, I know they're called Easter eggs. That's just good stuff, dude. No Firefly House of Fun, but they find a way to mix it in, right? They find a way to mix it in, and that was pretty cool. So R-Truth and Drake Maverick, dude. Drake Maverick is doing some great work. Now, I'm going to talk about him for a second because I think he's phenomenal. I've always been a fan of Rockstar Spud, so to speak, when he was in TNA doing his Impact Wrestling thing. I thought he was highly entertaining. There were times I used to watch Impact every single week, and I'm sure a lot of you guys did too. There were times where Rockstar Spud was the most entertaining character on that show, like far and beyond. When he was like Dixie Carter's assistant, when he was EC3's assistant, like friend, he was the most entertaining part of that show a lot of the time. He was fantastic, and he's showing the kind of chops he has right now. Again, this guy, you can tell he's experienced. He knows what he's doing, where he's going to be over. Just because he got the nah, hey, goodbye chance means that he's getting over with the casual crowd, and that is good. So, yeah, Spud in first, EC3 was really good. So we got an actual match between Maverick and R-Truth, ended in like 3 seconds. Again, quick. No big deal. Truth calls Maverick Hornswoggle. Okay, Hornswoggle, you're getting the rematch. Dude, Raw was good. Yeah, look, Raw was pretty good tonight. Hornswoggle, Drake Hornswoggle. Yeah, it's great shit. Moving along, you know, more 24/7 shenanigans. Carmella helps R-Truth. Look, it's working. To me, it's working, guys. At first, I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? But this is a moment where, you know, I'll admit that I was wrong. I thought this was going to be like a complete jobber title, and in a way it is. Like, but it gives these wrestlers something to do. It gives them these funny, unique scenarios, like Titus O'Neil always trying to go under the ring and stuff, like, or coming out from under the ring. Like, that's funny, in my opinion. I think that's good stuff. That's good shit, pal. Feeling pretty good tonight, by the way. Got a light, nice nap in, man. I passed for like, I don't know, like 2 hours or something, man. Shane McMahon and Drew versus Roman Reigns. Look, guys, I woke up during this. I had to fast forward, go back, and like figure out what was going on here. Undertaker is back. Okay, it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? But it's shock value. Sometimes WWE just needs to throw out some shock value there. So, in my opinion, I like this. I was shocked. I thought this was fantastic. Undertaker has history with Shane McMahon, history with Roman Reigns, and maybe he's going to be a guy to put over Drew McIntyre finally, because Drew McIntyre needs somebody to get him over. Drew McIntyre needs the help, and he's not getting it from anyone right now, and he needs it. You know what I mean? He needs that help. So maybe the Undertaker's the guy to do that, and I'm fine with that, man. If Taker's the guy to help get Drew over, so be it, brother. So be it. And also, Taker needs to come back to kind of wash away the bad taste from his big feud with Goldberg. Raw is desperate for Reigns, says that. I don't think it's desperation. Dude, I think they have to try different things, and that's what they're doing. Sorry about the typing, but sometimes you got to type, man. I'm doing this on my laptop. All right, we made the matches have been made now for Extreme Rules. We've got Undertaker and Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. That's official. So I do expect Drew McIntyre to pick up a win here somehow. He needs it. He needs the win here, guys. I think he absolutely needs a win here. I could be completely wrong, whatever. Roman and Undertaker could reign supreme. Maybe Undertaker gets the win. Maybe Undertaker's the guy to get the win here to kind of wash away that Goldberg stank. But Drew McIntyre needs a win. So I'd love to see him like maybe Claymore Undertaker out of nowhere when he's not expecting it, get a quick pin, 1, 2, 3, Taker kicks out at 3.5, and boom, he gets a big win. Moving along, Strowman, Lashley, freaking strength contest again. We've seen all this stuff in the past with different feuds. I mean, Triple H and Big Papa Pump had a feud like this where they did a bunch of different contests. Mark Henry went through all this stuff in the past. Braun Strowman wins this tug of war. This is straight out of the gimmick playbook of WWE. This has Bruce Pritchard written all over it, guys. I'm just saying, like, a lot of people think Bruce Pritchard is the Messiah, but this has him written all over it. And this is probably the worst part of Raw every week is this Braun, Bobby Lashley stuff. So, yeah, I guess Lashley gets the best of Strowman here. I barely remember what happened. More shenanigans with the club. AJ, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson. AJ wants them to be the old Gallows and Anderson. I don't know if that's going to happen. I think probably this is going to lead to them turning on AJ. I would think. I guess that's what the foreshadowing seems to me that is going to happen. Like I don't know though, bro. It's tough to call. It could be that they form as the heel group again, but the foreshadowing looks like it's going to be the club, Gallows and Anderson turning on Styles at some point. That's the way I see it. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. Moving along here, the Viking Raiders pick up the win over Gallows and Anderson. Obvious. I mean, you're not going to have them take a loss here. The Viking Raiders need to continue to build that momentum. These guys are fantastic and they're being underutilized, but I think they're just getting built up in like a traditional fashion right here. So I can't really hate on it. But they're capable of so much more, and we'll see what happens in the future. Bum, Bliss and Cross, not really that interesting. This is like a low-level storyline for the WWE women. Natty getting involved, Naomi involved here. I guess they're the wild cards for the night or something. I don't know. I don't know who's on what roster anymore. I don't think we've seen Naomi in weeks, so I don't know if she's on the Raw roster or the SmackDown roster. I have no idea. Natty, same thing with Natty. I don't know what roster she's on, man. This wild card thing is really convoluting who's on what show, but maybe that's what they want. This is where Lacey Evans needs to be, kind of on this level, and hopefully she goes back to this level for SummerSlam. Like maybe she'll be in a feud with Alexa Bliss. Like if Alexa Bliss stays as this babyface type character, maybe it'll be like Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, or something. I don't know, man. It's just Lacey Evans needs help. She needs help getting over. She needs to build some wins. She needs to build some confidence. And right now, I saw that match with Becky last night. I'm pretty sure everybody did. And that match was kind of a shit show. That match wasn't very good. It was over. Like the fans liked it, obviously, because it was hot off that triple threat match with the cruiserweights, which might have been the match of the night last night. And, everyone wants to see Becky Lynch. That live crowd loves seeing Becky Lynch kick off the show. So, yeah, I mean, she needs help. She needs to gain some momentum. Back, we got 24/7 shenanigans again. Mojo Rawley, Heath Slater, R-Truth, Cedric, EC3. They all get involved here. R-Truth ultimately wins the title back from Slater, wins it back from EC3. If Cedric wins it once, this is the hardcore championship all over again from back in the late 90s, early 2000s when they had the 24/7 rule. This is that all over again, man. We're going to start seeing R-Truth is going to be like a 45-time champion by the time this is all said and done. How many times did Crash Holly win the hardcore title? Because he had he had so many reigns, man. So many. And Crash Holly was awesome, man. Rest in peace, Crash Holly. But he was the hardcore champion how many times? 22 times. He was a 22-time hardcore champion. 22-time hardcore champion. R-Truth is going to beat that, I think. I think they're just going to – I wouldn't be mad if R-Truth had this thing for the rest of his career and just continued back and forth with this thing for his entire career. I would not be mad. All right, Ricochet, backstage interview talking about how he wants to wrestle AJ Styles, and this is a respect thing, and blah, blah, blah. It's what it is, man. Kofi and Sami Zayn up next. Look, Zayn and Owens right now are cannon fodder. They are completely cannon fodder, dude. They got a win last night over New Day, but they are in a situation where they're just there to put people over. They're just there to lose matches. So, again, Kofi Kingston gets a win over Sami Zayn. Solid little match. I believe I fast-forwarded through most of it because, what could even really happen here? Like, what was going to really happen? Like, I agree. I think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens should be a tag team. Like, that's where they should be. They should have fallen into the tag team division after last night. But no. They continue to lose singles matches here. Sami Zayn loses another one. He's lost so many matches. Then Kevin Owens freaking challenges Kofi, and Kofi beats him too by countout this time. This just moved really quickly. Again, this is a prime example of what they're doing with the commercial breaks now. Kofi gets a win over Sami Zayn. Like the Kofi Sami match, past weeks on Raw would have gone 2 segments, easy, hands down. Bunch of near falls, bunch of finishers, kick out, 1-2, kick out, all that stuff. But no. 2 separate matches here. Kofi gets the win. But here's what I liked, bro. Now you're elevating Samoa Joe. And I got to wonder, I don't know if you guys saw what Chris Jericho said last week, where he was very contradictory on WWE pushing Baron Corbin in the main event when you have a guy like Samoa Joe wrestling for the United States title. Now suddenly Samoa Joe is in the WWE title picture. He attacks Kofi Kingston. Now I guess we're on our way to Kofi Kingston versus Samoa Joe. And I would not be mad if Samoa Joe beat him for the title. I would not be mad. What's up, dancing with squares? What kind of squares you dancing with, yo? And we got Hansy waiting in the chat room here. I'm gonna get to you right in 1 second. Stick with me, Hansy. I'm just gonna finish this up real quick. Alexa Bliss and Naomi. Bliss needed a win here, of course, after losing last night. Naomi's been doing nothing. No big surprise here. Yeah, this is just literally like Nikki Cross's involvement with Alexa Bliss. That's the story, guys. Excuse me, guys. So this turns into Natty and Naomi. I think I fast forwarded through all of this. So I don't even, this is how much I didn't care about this part of the show. Like, this just isn't for me, man. This is for somebody. This is for some wrestling fans out there. This whole like Natalya, Naomi, Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss stuff. It's not for me though. I have no interest in this whatsoever. I always like seeing Alexa Bliss. She looks hotter every time I see her. She looks more hot. Like, that's just, she's fantastic. She's got a lot of charisma, but there was no real follow-up with Bayley from last night. So that, I believe, is done with. So this Nikki Cross, Alexa Bliss, best friends type thing is still going on strong. Bum, 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 bum. Now we get the main event. Ricochet, AJ Styles. Good match here. Gallows and Anderson coming out to try to help out AJ Styles by being in this corner. He tells him the peace, get out of here. Now we have a good match. Solid back and forth action. This is awesome. Yada, yada, yada. Just a good match, man. But the problem is you're giving away a match that should be saved for Extreme Rules. Like, there was no reason to give this singles match away in the main event of Raw, especially non-title, where AJ Styles picks up a win over the brand new champion, who you're trying to get quality wins from. You're trying to build up as somebody to be a future star in the company for years to come. There's no reason to beat Ricochet here. None. No reason to beat Ricochet here. AJ Styles picks up a win, and I guess this is going to, transcend into a title match at Extreme Rules. But that's Raw. I thought Raw was pretty good. I thought Raw was fun. It kind of, moved really quickly for me, especially since I fast forwarded a good amount of it. But not a bad show whatsoever. So I'm going to continue this. I'm going to give the show overall. Let's give it a B. I guess. Let's give it a B minus because I just like the fact that it moved so quickly. I like the fact that it moved so quickly and it was just like tight and concise, man. Could it be better? Yeah. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. It's not going to be. But continue down this road, WWE. If you're listening to me in any way, shape, or form, continue down this road. Find ways to make this work. Find different creative ways to get out of these commercial breaks and to get into a fresh match or to get into something different. Get to the commercial break and finish a segment, please. These multi-segment matches have not worked for many years, and they're not going to work. Do it every once in a while. If you do a gauntlet or something, do it every once in a while. There's nothing wrong with doing it from time to time, but I like this. This is like kind of a throwback to what, the Crash TV era where things would just move on Raw and you didn't really know what was happening. I'm down with that. So YouTube, I'm out. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Once again, if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and continue watching for more. I will be here in the weeks and months and days into the future. So thank you, YouTube. I'm out. I'll talk to you guys later, but I'm sticking around on Periscope, so stick with me. Peace.